Hut. Woo! There's a lot of that today, 5 touchdown passes from CJ Stroud. And I guess all the offense and the touchdowns kept it, maybe I don't want to say exciting, but, able to stay in tune with the game. It was 28-7 after the first quarter. It was 14-7 like 7 minutes into the game. Seemed like there was going to be a lot of offense. This quarterback for Toledo, I guess people had some things to say about him coming into the game. He didn't look too bad, so maybe they could maybe run it up with the Buckeyes, but no, not the case. And I should also mention, if you just happen to see a box score and you see that this was a blowout and then Ohio State tacked on 21 more points in the fourth quarter, not necessarily the case. They had second, even third string players in there at the time. So it's not like they were purposely running it up on the old in-state rival, the Toledo Rockets. Although Ryan Day may have it in him a little bit. You got the backup quarterback in there. He completed 5 of 7 passes for a touchdown. Stroud had a good day. Missed 1 touchdown pass early in the day. Would have went to Stover, I believe, but he was wide open and he missed him there. He had another one that probably should have gotten intercepted. The defensive back just made a bad play on the ball. But other than that, he was pretty much lights out. Another big day for Egbuka. Another big day for Marvin Harrison Jr. There was one play where I could see it coming. They were on somewhere around the, 12, 14-yard line. I believe it was Harrison's second touchdown of the day. Did he have 2 touchdowns? I know they had several guys with 2 touchdowns. I don't think Harrison was one of them. I believe it was his second touchdown. They had 6 touchdowns passing, 5 rushing. Travion Henderson leaving the game early. Oh, but anyhow, this play with Harrison, just as he was walking up to the line, getting ready to lean over and take the snap, he kind of looked over at Harrison, maybe gave him a little nod, a little look with the eyes, like, you got one-on-one coverage, man. Beat this guy. I'm getting it to you. He was open by about 5 yards. Boom. Good, accurate throw for the touchdown. A lot of good play. Guys are good at making a lot of receivers, not just Ohio State, all around. Other teams, even Toledo, I believe, had a play. Guys are getting great at getting their feet in bounds on those plays. Now, in college, it's much easier. You only need to get the 1 foot down. I understand. But as for the pros, you got to have both, man. It's in college anymore, kid. You got to get both feet in bounds up here. It's the big leagues. So, some running back named Hayden, who I wasn't real familiar with. I mean, I knew they had a loaded backfield, but he rushes for over 100 yards. As I was mentioning, Henderson leaving the game early. He got a touchdown there early in the first drive of the game, first touchdown of the game. And then, I believe it was, or was it that one that put him up 14-7? Either way, hopefully, again, just like Jackson from a few weeks ago, hopefully it isn't serious. But, I mean, if you were to tell me 3 weeks in that Travion and Jackson would have both suffered injuries, I'd be like, oh, no, how's this season going? But Harrison, Egbuka, now this guy, this Hayden guy, then Mayan Williams, we knew what he had. Oh, some wide receiver named Ballard. Oh, and Julian Fleming, the often mentioned but never in a glowing light. Julian Fleming, 2 touchdowns on the day, so good for him. A guy that was highly recruited, has never quite lived up to it. Each year just keeps getting passed over, like Egbuka. Now this Ballard, Harrison Jr. I see Stover did have some plays today. He had 83 yards receiving. Unfortunately, though, could have gotten the end zone. That was the guy Stover that the one bad pass he threw. A guy named Caffey came in, had a great long run. Essentially, I understand it's just a box score at this point, but I got the box score right in front of me. I can't help but look at it. And the defense gave up a couple of big plays, but nothing too alarming, so that's not a problem. And Toledo, kind of like Arkansas State last week, not a horrible offense. But hopefully we'll now start getting into some tougher Big Ten games, get some Big Ten games on the road. See a little bit more about this team. Get some weather conditions, man. See how this team plays in weather. I mean, isn't every game in weather? Why do guys say that sometimes? Oh, let's see how they play in a weather game. Are you telling me that some games there's no, well, okay, maybe you're playing in a dome. Weather's not really a factor. But they act like, I don't know. You get what I'm saying, right? Every game's fucking, there's weather. They don't play, say bad weather. Say, how's this guy going to perform in bad weather? Snow, sleet. Are they like a post office worker? Do they deliver in rain, sleet, snow, ice, nuclear rain, acid rain, all kinds of stuff, man? You got to contend with. All right, I'm just pretty much rambling on at this point. Well, Buckeye fans, thank you to the ones that have been watching and enjoy the recaps. Hopefully, as the season goes on, get a little more intense. In some ways, I enjoyed the Browns game more last week, and I enjoy games like this. I was going back and forth a little bit between this game and the UFC fights. Couple of nasty cuts. All right. Well, boom. Thanks for tuning in, and We will see you every Saturday that the Buckeyes have a game. And the weeks that they don't have a game, maybe I'll watch an SEC game. I doubt it. Boom!